Today, man, we're going to be unboxing every single one of these brand new wrestling action figures. What is good, everybody? Today we have a massive wrestling action figure unboxing for you today, man. I don't even know how many figures this is. Feel free to count them right here, man. But I want to say it's over 30 figures or something like that. Tons of great figures here. We have chases. We have sets that I have not been able to review due to time constraints and being busy and things like that. So today, man, I'm super excited to get into this. We have so many figures here, a lot that I have been just waiting to have in hand and things like that. And so we're going to unbox them here today. And unfortunately, I know I'm not going to be able to break down every single aspect of the figure. I will give you a little bit of a detailed description of it, and we'll go through it and everything like that, man. But I wanted to kind of just do this massive unboxing and take you through every single one of these figures today. But we have some great pickups here. Long time coming to unbox all of these, and so it should be a fun one, man. It should just be one of those videos that you put on in the background and you kind of just listen on, or maybe you pay attention to the entire thing. I'm not entirely sure, but nonetheless, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to get into these today, and we're going to break down every single action figure, and I guess we could start things off with one of these figures, and I think I know which one I want to start with, and then we're just going to unbox all of them and get into it, man. But a lot of these figures have just been accumulated over a lot of toy hunts, over a lot of unboxings, over a lot of different hauls over the past few weeks, and I'm just now getting an opportunity to open them up and talk about them, man. So with that being said, man, let's start off with our first figure, and we're just going to go all the way to the very end, and I guarantee you by the end we're going to have a massive pile of trash, but we're going to get into the full haul here, unbox all these figures, and get a detailed look at every single one of them. So let's start things off with figure number one. So honestly, I want to start things off with the Chase Elite Series 115 Drew McIntyre figure, and a huge shout out to my man Figure World JP for sending this over to us. I'm so excited to unbox this today, but this had to be the first figure that we start with. Alright, man, so we're starting things off with this Drew McIntyre, and I switched the camera because it was really god-awful to try and film from that angle, so I did do this, and if you're a minimum card collector, I do apologize for this. In all seriousness, though, bro, we're not, I don't really care about the packaging today. We're not going to be fancy schmancy, bro. We're going to tear these things open. Then we're going to just slide that into the floor, and now we have the guy in the plastic prison. Damn, this is going to take forever, isn't it? I also hate the plastic ties that they put in there. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little zip tie deals they put in there is god-awful, but this figure looks fantastic, man. I'm so happy to have this in the collection. You have no idea. I think this is so brilliant. Definitely my favorite Drew McIntyre that I have in my collection. Potentially, I know they changed his skin tone, but it is kind of that paler skin tone here. I do want to take the kilt off to see it, and oh my good God in heaven, he looks like $1 million. That looks fantastic, man. Great gear. It would have been probably cooler if he did gold and white boots, or black and gold boots, or I don't know, put like white in the wrist tape or something, but this is still a nice figure. The Elite 115 Drew is really good. It's just not the most exciting release, but I'm so happy to have this, man. I think it looks fantastic. Comes with a sword, comes with the kilt, and comes with some interchangeable hands. But let's move on to the next figure because we got a lot to get through. Next up, we have the Monday Night Wars Razor Ramon. Now, this is from Series 5, I think it is, featuring Ultimate Warrior, 6, Lita, and Razor Ramon right here. And we are just going to tear this guy open here. And again, I do apologize. Rest in peace to the headphone users, I guess. But I guess we probably need to, like, hold on to these Build-A-Figure pieces. That way at the end, or, you know, as we build them, say we get done with a set, we can put the, I'll put the Build-A-Figure piece back here, or once we unbox the pieces, I'll put the pieces out, and then we can build it, and then look at that figure as well. But he does come with the torso of the Dusty Rhodes right there, so we'll just kind of put that back in the back, get all these damn interchangeable hands out, and here's Razor, and I really dig this vest, man. The cloth goods vest on the back, you got Bad Guy on the vest, that looks so damn good, and the figure poses well, like it feels good in hand, it doesn't feel loose or anything, tight waist and everything. That's pretty nice figure, and I feel like we've gotten a lot of Razors here lately, so this is just going to add to that. I really want the light blue gear, but this is a very nice Razor Ramon, man. Pretty good. Got the gold in there. I love the vest, though. The vest makes it. Next up, we have his partner in crime, the Look at the Adjective Series 2, right? I think this is Series 2. Yeah, Monday Night Wars Series 2. Kevin Nash figure. I don't know why the damn camera's so dark, but let's rip Kevin open. See what he's got going on. It looks like he does come with the torso of the Teddy Long. So we got the referee Teddy Long torso there with the scratched WWE logo. Can put this back here to build him. I don't know if I have any extra legs. I didn't buy the Rey Mysterio. Comes with a hairpiece, which is pretty cool. So here's the feature that it comes with, right? You can remove the hat, and it has the hat attached to the hair. And I'll be honest, this hat looks kind of funky. Not gonna lie to you there, but you can, of course, plop that on. And dude, the shirt, what the hell is that? It doesn't like hug on. It like is getting, I don't know, it keeps popping up. I do not like that. I like the idea of that is genius, but it keeps popping up. It doesn't stay flush, and that's kind of annoying. What about the other hairpiece? Put the other hairpiece on there? God dang, this is not user-friendly. Guess you can put that on there, and that's, I guess, okay, but there's a massive gap there. I don't know, it's not bad, I guess, but maybe it's just the shirt, but he does come with this open shirt here, and he's shirtless underneath. I don't think I expected that. I think I expected like a plain black singlet, but this figure's not bad. He also comes with a watch, WCW microphone. Yeah, we got, look at the adjective, Kevin Nash. This figure's actually pretty posable, so probably a good base for a lot of different guys. Like, what if you made Test or something out of this? I feel like that could possibly be a thing. He may be a little tall, but not bad, man, not bad. Besides the this hat deal right here, I don't know. Next up, we got a figure I've been waiting on, man. The Chase Jimmy Uso. Now, we do have quite a few of this figure in this video here, but we're going to be ripping him open, and I'm glad that I have multiple copies of this now, thanks to JP, because now we can make different fix-ups using this figure as the base. So get that shish out. Here's the figure right there, looking pretty good. Comes with a little bandana. Comes with interchangeable hands, of course. He also features interchangeable hair. Now, I like the one that's on the figure already, kind of like the braided look, but you do get that interchangeable piece. Now, I definitely want to try and make a J in this attire because this leg mold is so much better than the Elite 106, but I'm going to fix this guy up for surgery. We have a bunch of copies, so I definitely want to fix him up, but we have all of his accessories. I'm just going to slide those to the back, but I'm excited to have this figure, man. I like the red better than the black, but the black is so nice because you can put those on Finn Balor and guys like that, but for the red, we could put, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, maybe even Roman Reigns. We're going to play around with that and see what we can create there, but Jimmy Uso Chase is looking great, and then we have another Chase, but this time it is the AEW 1 of 3,000 Rare Edition Brandon Cutler, which looks pretty damn snazzy. I'm excited to get this figure out of the packaging. I was going to keep him in on card, but I think this is one that I won't lose. I just love the attire and the camera and the different accessories. The shoes look really cool, so I definitely want to unbox him here. So here he is out of the box, and I'll probably save this because I want to save the sticker, so I'll do my best to try and save the sticker, but when the hell am I ever going to get that on display? But you know what I'm saying. Got the spray can there, which is pretty cool. Looks like it's bigger than the usual Mattel versions. I just dropped one of his fists. That's probably gone forever. Got another interchangeable fist, and I'll sort all the accessories at the end, so you guys ain't got to worry about that. I'll, do something with that. I don't know where the hell that fist went. Gee. It flew across the room. There you go. But getting him out of the packaging here, he does have the removable mask, which is such a cool piece. I think this is awesome. We've seen something similar to this with Mattel, with Cody Rhodes. Kind of looks, he looks like somebody in the face, but I can't tell. But you can remove that off of the head sculpt. You got the camera accessory looking like damn Peter Parker out here. And you just have the regular sweatsuit. But this is an awesome figure, man. Holy crap. What an awesome figure. I'm really enjoying this. Like, it feels really good in hand, man. Tight joints and everything. He moves well. Really, really dig this figure. What a great figure, man. The colors pop off. This is nice. The feel in hand is really good. If you guys have this, you should know what I'm talking about. Also has the shin cut, the zebra print. This may be kind of like tiger stripes, to be honest. Nah, it is zebra, I guess, but looking like a damn MDT jumpsuit out here. And we're moving on to another AEW figure. We have the Christian Cage from Series 17 of the Unrivaled wave. Now, this is a figure that just came out, and I hate that I didn't get to do a full dive, but we'll kind of check him out here as we unbox him. But no great way to unbox these gracefully. I mean, I've figured it out over the years of reviewing these, but as far as this video goes, don't care. You guys already knew he would come with an AEW microphone, but it's a new logo, so we do have a change in logo, but of course he came with one. Comes with a right mic holding hand. So first impressions of this figure, looks like his lower legs and knees are very, very small and skinny. He does come with this nice overthrow cargo style jacket. You could probably put that on a bunch of different guys, but they do have, different, they have the plastic wrapping around there because he has the turtleneck on, the black turtleneck, which is nice, and I like this head sculpt a lot. I think the figure does look really, really good. He has no, I don't know if he was wearing joggers or what, but there's no belt or anything here. I would imagine he was wearing pants though, right? It's not like, I don't know, I think that's kind of weird, and then he does have these interesting boots here that are like kind of like casual dress shoes or whatever the hell, or like casual boots, I guess you could say. But figure is cool. I do like this figure a lot, and it poses well. It's got lower shin cut, thigh cut, moves well. Kick forward's pretty good. I mean, this is a great promo Christian Cage. I mean, this is excellent for modern day and everything like that, but not bad, man. I really dig this, and I know that I'm afraid it's going to stain the figure, especially like, I need to wash this turtleneck is what I really need to do before proceeding, but I'll have to take the turtleneck off this figure and then, wash it so that we don't run into that issue. And next up, we do have a Swerve here, and on this Swerve figure, man, we were supposed to get the jacket, and we didn't get the jacket, which means that it's an unreleased deal now. They kind of like promoted this figure to come with a jacket. Now it's not coming with a jacket, so it's kind of bummy, but we're going to unbox Swerve here and find out what he's all about. So for your Swerve figure here, I feel like this figure is better than his first go-around, but I think I like the head sculpt on the other one. Just because, not necessarily the likeness, I think the likeness is still solid, but the head looks like it sits a little high, but I really like this gear. I like this gear better than the other. The black, gold, and white looks really, really clean. Comes with sculpted wrist tape. He also comes with a couple fisted hands to go in there, so, you know, kind of like an off-pose hand, and then we do have a mic holding hand, so no regular gripping or anything like that, but figure does feel well in the hand. I'm glad to have this. I'll definitely update my Swerve on display. It feels really strong and everything, and I really like the gear. It's like one of my favorite gears that he wore, so looks pretty damn good, man. I think this looks awesome. This is a great figure here, so I do appreciate this, and I guess if we can get through some of these waves or whatever, maybe we can rank them at the end depending on, you know, how everything goes, but this video is probably going to be long as hell. Next up is the Ravishing Rick Rude from Legends Series 25. And I do have the Chase, but I unboxed it to get the World Championship out of there. And this one you can see has like great Khali versions. So I've had this for quite a while now, but let's get Rick out of the packaging and take a look at everything. And here is Rick, and man, dude, I love this new Big Gold World Heavyweight Championship. We did see this on display back at Comic-Con, and it just looks incredible, man. Such a better version than the previous version that we had from Mattel. So this is such a more detailed version. It looks so damn good. I love this. Think it's excellent. I think they should do this with more championships, you know, update those guys. He also comes with mic holding and the Johnny Gargano entrance style, you know, Kawhi Leonard Ricochet hands, and then he does come with a pair of fists, but I don't like this figure as much as the Chase. I think the Chase in the USA gear is better, but it's not bad, you know. He does have pinless legs, says Rick. On the back it says Champion of Champions. Got a bunch of detailed stuff. Got Rude on the other side. Wish he had jacked arms, like more jacked arms, and I do wish he had the tattoo included, but not the biggest deal of all time. And a solid head sculpt. We've seen this head sculpt before. I think it works. And figure feels pretty damn snazzy. He's on ball joints. Doesn't have super tight joints. I mean, this is a nice little figure. I think the Chase could potentially crack the top 25 figures of the year in terms of elites, but we shall see. And we're moving things on to Jay White from Unmatched Series number 11. I do have the ringside exclusive, and that figure was really great, and I imagine this is just going to be a repaint of that figure, right? So hopefully the black attire will be just as good as the red, but we got to find out together. So here's our Jay White, and he does come with pretty much what the ringside exclusive comes with. You have the Screaming Expression, which I think has better likeness to Jay White. He also comes with the shooter hand, and he also comes with the switchblade hand, and then he also comes with the black leather jacket that does have switchblade era in black and gold on it, which is a very cool gear. And I want to say the Ring of Honor show that I went to, where he had a 6-man tag team match, I think he was on the card, but I think this is the gear that he wore, if I'm not mistaken. It was very close. He may have had white boots, though, now that I think about it, but it does have the all-black gear, which is sweet, but it feels very similar to that ringside exclusive. And that ringside exclusive, wasn't it the number 1 AEW figure for me last year? I think that this one's going to be pretty much on par with that. I mean, very posable, feels good. I love the texturing. I think I do like the red and white better than the black and gold, but it's still very nice. Jacket's nice. I am going to have to wash it or do something so that, you know, it doesn't stain, of course. But, yeah, we have Jay White in the black and gold. And then another figure from Unmatched Series 11, we do have the Bryan Danielson figure, and he is in the eye patch. And this is the updated torso. They finally gave him the MJF torso. Been begging for that, so I think this looks pretty good. But let's find out together. They got the black gear and everything. He looks really good, man, on card, if you're curious or whatever about that. I'm quite impressed here, man. I like this a lot. You know, his first few figures were really good because, I mean, they were fine. They had the, you know, the over-jacked torso or the chest mold, but this looks pretty good, man. Good likeness, head sculpt, and everything like that. Doesn't seem to be as oversized. I still think the scaling's a little whack, but I like the kick pads and everything like that. He kind of has the shorter kick pads rather than the, like, fully, but it's not like Johnny Gargano syndrome. It's much closer to an actual kick pad, but at the same time, he does feature the straight face or the pissed off head sculpt with a different eye patch. And then he comes with 2 Kenny Omega off-style hands, you know, the ones that he does off-hand from the shooter hand. But, you know, I guess this is for his entrance. He could do, you know, the flying knee, things like that. But I like this Bryan Danielson, not bad. I also like the BD on the back, kind of reminds me of those old Daniel Bryan gears. Next up, we have Adam Copeland, or Cope, from Unrivaled 17, which looks to be an okay figure. We're going to see. It's kind of a promo gear, if you will, for Edge or Cope. So this is definitely an interesting one, and this Edge is pretty damn big, man. But this is kind of a skinny jeans mold for him. Interesting head sculpt. The likeness isn't bad. The head shape's not bad. The hair is a bit dark, and he does come with this entrance vest, but he's got that massive Claudio torso on him, and on the back it is plain Jane. He's got his tattoos and everything, but this is kind of just like a, I don't even know, man. It looks like a, it doesn't doesn't really look like Edge at all to me. I mean, in terms of, I don't know, when I look at the rest of the body and the tattoos and everything, it does look like him, but when I look at this figure, it looks like some random guy from TNA or something. That's just what it reminds me of, but he does have, you know, these pants down here. Maybe you could use these for a different character, but you have upper thigh cut, double jointed knee, shin cut, and he has the boots here. So you have a cool Adam Copeland figure here, and I kind of like this, like, I don't know, I like his first go around, but at the same time, I kind of dig the, you know, promo gear here. Feet are a bit loose there, but he also comes with the Rated R era t-shirt that's going to stain, so we're going to have to, or I guess it has the white on the inside, but I don't trust it. Going to have to wash it for sure, but he also comes with a AEW microphone, of course, and then he has like an offhand right here. But there is Cope, and then we have the Booker T from Monday Night Wars Series number 3. So this is for the Disciple here, which I think the only figure from this wave that I have is RVD, so I'm excited to get the rest of the set here today and talk about it, but let's get Booker T out and see what he's about. So it does kind of feel like I've already owned this figure, because in that big lot I got, it was basically this figure with no entrance or no singlet, and then it had a Bobby Lashley head sculpt on it, so I've kind of owned this figure, but it looks really good. Feels good in hand, poses well, doesn't have any stiffness or anything like that, but he does come with a pretty decent amount of accessories, right? So you do have his entrance gear here for the headgear. You have his signature Booker T Harlem Heat sunglasses. You get a pair of fists and a pair of mic holding hands. And lastly, he does come with the torso of the Disciple there that has the NWO vest, if you were curious about that, which I think looks pretty decent, all things considered, but there is our Booker T from Monday Night War Series 3. Just put all the accessories together, and again, who cares? We'll sort it at the end. But we're moving on to Series 2's Diesel, or Diesel, if you will, with the fake Diesel Kane or Glenn Jacobs. Build-A-Figure Teddy Long arms apparently come in this one right here, but the rest of the figures in the wave, Nash, which we've already unboxed in this video, Rey Mysterio, which I already have, Triple H, which will come later in the video, and then we do have the fake Diesel here. So let's find out what this Glenn Jacobs is. So after getting an ungodly amount of accessories out of the packaging, here is the Kane Diesel, and we do have Diesel Power there. Now, one thing I thought about is, if Diesel ever wore this Diesel Power attire, we've never gotten it from Mattel, so couldn't you just pop this head sculpt off and put in a legit Diesel head sculpt on there and make it a Diesel Elite, right, that we've never seen in this attire? Am I tripping? You could do that. Like, the legs are the same and everything. Feels really good in hand, too, man. Like, super posable. Feels nice. I think this is great. You have this brand new Glenn Jacobs head sculpt, which is hilarious that they went all out for this figure. Good likeness there. The sunglasses fit over the top. I mean, this looks very good. It's kind of crazy, you know, everything that they gave to this figure, but he does have the Diesel vest. It's not bad whatsoever. But he also comes with the arms of the Teddy Long that we can put back here now, and he comes with mic holding and a fist, and then you get a shish ton of hands for the Teddy Long. So you get one style hands, you know, pointers / one hands, you get the 2 count hands, you get the 3 count hands, and you get the Johnny Gargano, Kawhi Leonard, Ricochet entrance style hands, or the 3-second tan hands. Then that takes us to Monday Night Wars Series 3 Rock figure here with the meme head sculpt, which is interesting. And again, we have unboxed RVD and Booker T already, so now we have the Rock here. Very close to building that Disciple, so this should be fun after we get through Stevie Ray, which should come later on in the video. And again, we'll build those Build-A-Figures once we get all the parts set aside. But let's unbox the Rock here and find out what the hell he's cooking. So here is the Rock here, and this figure is kind of just a re-release of that 2-pack Elite Nation figure from back in the day with Farouk, which both figures, you know, they weren't the greatest of all time, but a good head sculpt on here. You do get that Rock shirt. It did give him the better torso to accurately fit the time, but he does have that same Nation attire that we saw back in the day. Brahma Bull tattoo, all those different things. But I think the main thing here is the shirt. You get the Disciple legs, and he does come with this meme head sculpt. And, you know, the gif of the meme where he's like, whatever. And I think this is hilarious. And I did pick out one that had the best paint apps. This has really good paint apps compared to some others I've seen. I've seen some that looked a bit derpy. Mine looks pretty damn clean, so I'm excited to have this Rock head sculpt here. And we'll see about it. I don't know if I'm going to put him in this or what I'll do there, but it is funny that they included that. You know, Mattel's been in this kind of weird meme or goofy head sculpt era for the last few years. But outside the shirt and that head, you also get a mic holding and a fist. And then he also includes a Raw as War microphone that does have the modern WWE logo sculpted in there, but not the biggest deal, I guess, especially if you turn it. And I could have swore I already have these, but we do have the NWO for Life Disciple legs with the skull and the belt buckle, which I think is cool, but maybe we can take a closer look at that if we can complete it here, which another Another dumb thing is, aren't the chaps of these painted on instead of sculpted, or am I tripping? I think that's weird and dumb. If that's what they're going for, I don't like it. But there's the Monday Night War Series 3 Rock. And now we have Willow Nightingale here, which looks pretty promising. At first, I was not too thrilled about it, but then the more I looked at it, I was like, oh, damn, we may have a little something here, and I really like the gear. The gear looks really impressive, so hopefully the figure will live up to expectations. But I feel like a lot of the times they do a really good job on the women's figures for AEW, so we'll find out. So here we have Willow, and damn, not bad. Not a bad figure, man. Really dig the pink and blue gear here. Not the biggest fan of the head sculpt. I feel like it doesn't have as much likeness, but I like that it has all her tattoos. I like the arm size and everything, and the figure is very functional. Really good articulation. Feels very buttery smooth and everything like that, which is just such a nice deal there. Really good ankle rocker, boot rotation. If you're a Willow fan, man, I think you're going to dig this figure quite a bit. I think they did a really good job here. Really, really nice job on this figure overall. The gear is killing it. I think that the head sculpt's probably better on the chase, but the regular edition gear is better to me than the black and gold. So, I don't know. I get tired of black and gold, man. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of black and gold, so I don't know. This is nice to see. She also just comes with a pair of fisted hands, so that's all you get. And then the next one is not really boxed, but we have another Chase Jimmy Uso here. We get another bandana. We get our interchangeable hands. We get our interchangeable hairpiece, which isn't as good as the other. And lastly, we do have Big Jim here, which again, this one, or whatever one, we have 3 of these now, so we are going to try and turn one of them into Roman, one of them into Jay, and hopefully be able to make some cool fix-ups for the Bloodline, because their figures are really fun to collect. I've said this for years and years, so that's why I have such a big Bloodline collection, is because their figures are fun to swap and make up your own gears and things between the black, the red, the white, all that, so this should be awesome. Next up is Ricky Football Starks, and this is, besides his Walmart exclusive, the last Ricky that we're going to get from AEW and Jazzwares for the foreseeable future. I don't imagine we'll get another one down the line, but who the hell knows? Anything's possible in wrestling, I guess, but let's get him out here and see if it's any good compared to his other. I mean, this guy, you know, we talk about batting 1,000. This guy is kind of the Damian Priest of AEW figures. He has really good figures every single time. And there we have Ricky here with his interchangeable vest, or his entrance vest has Starks on the back, which is pretty clean. I like the white and gold, even though I just said I prefer other colors. I still think that it's very nice and everything. And the red gear is a nice change up from the teal and the white and stuff, so that's pretty good. It kind of goes, it's similar to his other figure, the Walmart exclusive, but I like this a lot. And maybe you could torso swap this with that figure and put the gloved hands in here, and then you get, you know, the first figure. You could, you know, swap these legs and torso and arms and head sculpt onto that other gear and get him in the better skin tone. So, but the black and gold boots look good, even though I just said black and gold sucks. Not sucks, but you know what I'm saying. I just literally tore it down and now, you know, building it back up there. But this is pretty good. I like this Starks, man. I think this may potentially be the best Starks they've ever made. But he comes with a vest, and then he also comes with interchangeable mic holding hands. And now we're moving into an Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition Dusty Football Rhodes here. Pretty good figure overall. I think this is going to be a nice one, and I'm excited to see where he ranks. You know, when we always rank every Ultimate Edition that's released. At the end of the year, we're going to rank every single 2025 Ultimate Edition. I'm excited to see where Dusty falls on that ranking, but we won't know until we crack him out. And here we have Dusty Rhodes, Daddy. He's looking pretty damn handsome, man. Look at him right there. I think they did a really outstanding job on here, of course. Got the black and yellow polka dot gear. Of course, what else are they going to do here? And if this is going to be our definitive Dusty, I think this works pretty good. He has pretty good mobility and everything like that. I think they did a really good job with the details. Legs can kick up and things like that. He does have the drop-down hips, but they feel good, you know what I'm saying? They don't get stuck or anything, as this one gets stuck here, but I don't know. I don't find these to be as annoying as, you know, as well as I do. If you own a Dusty Rhodes figure, man, you know how annoying his figures can be. This one's definitely much more posable than ones of the past here, so that is good to see. But he has the white and yellow cowboy boots, looking pretty damn good. And of course, it is an Ultimate, so they stacked him up with plenty of accessories for you. So you have the regular smiling head sculpt there, and then you do have these 2 interchangeable head sculpts. And this one's a bit wacky to me. I feel like the likeness isn't as strong, but I really like this one right here. So I like both of these a hell of a lot. I think this one would be my display one, but I dig all the head sculpts to a certain extent. This one looks similar to the one we got back in the day. You also get a police hat. I'm pretty sure this is the same Elite 41 Dean Ambrose mold. You also get the nightstick to beat the hell out of people. You do get a cloth goods black and yellow polka dot shirt that is sleeveless with no Velcro, which feels really good. So I bet this will be pretty Pretty money to put on the figure. You get the yellow polka dotted headband. Then you get Mike holding, fisted hands, entrance hands, and pointer style fingers. Next up is our big boss man here. So back-to-back figures with Knight Baton. So this one should be fun here. We saw this back at Elite 47, I think it was, but this is the greatest hits version. Not the greatest hits version. I mean, it's a re-release version of that figure. So this is going to have, you know, all the updated stuff for your big boss man. But all the accessories seem to be the exact same, but you are getting true effects and interchangeable hands as well. So this figure is going to have the new Roman Reigns legs. So he is pinless, but the legs feel pretty smooth to my knowledge. You know, you don't get that really stiff pinless deal. He has the new feet and everything, double jointed arms with the sleeved arms and everything. This is definitely an upgrade from the first release. We got a big boss man in this attire or gear. But he does come with a slew of accessories as well. You get the nightstick. You do get the headgear here, which on this headgear, it's that weird stuff, and then it has a port on the back, which doesn't really seem to go together all that well. But it kind of has that cheapy, rubbery, stretchy feel to it. You do get a pair of handcuffs to handcuff all of your suspects. He comes with the Commissioner Shawn Michaels Build-A-Figure arms, but you could use these on a lot of suited bodies if you want to. And then he comes with fisted hands for the Shawn Michaels and pointer fingers for the Shawn Michaels, as well as fisted hands for the Big Boss Man and pointer fingers for the Big Boss Man. And then it was time for Triple H in the Monday Night Wars set featuring the head sculpt of the Teddy Long, but this will complete Teddy Long. I just gotta find legs. I'll see if I have legs and see if we can build them real quick, but let's get Triple H out here. Kind of a re-release of the Legends figure that was kind of a 2-in-1, you know, in the DX green and black. God, my nose is itching. Anyway, let's open him up. I can't find the Teddy Long legs, so that's kind of a funny name. God, dude, the plastic freaking cut me. Look at that shish. I knew it was hurting, but daggum, bleeding. Anyways, look at the Teddy Long head sculpt here. Zooming in here, he looks like he's seen a thing or two. He's probably seen a few matches one-on-one with The Undertaker, but not a bad head sculpt. And then he also just comes with a pair of mic holding hands. As far as the rest of the figure is concerned, it's legit just the same head sculpt and everything, man. So you're not getting, you know, really anything new here besides just a repaint of this figure. But I do like the formula they used here is really, really good. So I think that it's a good standard figure for Triple H for this era. And speaking of Monday Night Wars, we now have the Lex Luger Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition, which is the second Ultimate Edition in this video, so let's get him out and see what he's all about. Kind of a plain Jane Ultimate, to be honest. So here we have Lex, and I feel like the head sits a little low on there, but this is a pretty good torso and arms for Lex and everything. Plain Jane gear, it's just regular black trunks with black knee pads and white boots. I do like the white boots in the terms of the sculpt that they use here. I like the long boots sculpt like that, but I don't know, man. The interchangeable hair gimmick, right? Like this right here, I feel like it comes off way too easy. It's not as flush or snug as I would like it to be. You see that gap right there? I just don't like that, man. I mean, I don't know. The Kevin Nash was worse, but you'll see here that he comes with the mullet style haircut or the push back hair, and he also comes with a ponytail hair. And the thing that's cool is you can interchange all of them. So you get this like pissed off Lex, and then you get a different Lex head sculpt that's smiling, and all three of them have the interchangeable head sculpt or the hair sculpt. So you have a yelling one, a pissed off, and a smile, and all of them can do the interchangeable hair gimmick, so that you get kind of like like 6 head sculpts in one, because you can put all the different hair sculpts on the different head sculpts, and that gives you, you know, a bunch of different options for display, which I think is genius. I just think that it's not as snug as I'd like, and it makes for a weird deal here, but I don't know, plain Jane figure, but it feels good in hand, I guess so, in terms of like the legs and things like that. I just feel like the head sits a little low, and I don't know, it's not as good as I was hoping it would be. I was kind of pumped up about this figure, and I don't know, it's off a little. But he also comes with the updated version of the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, and funny enough, he also comes with the NWO version, so you get both versions there of the championship. I guess they felt that the figure was pretty plain, so they had to throw in some extra goodies. And then he also comes with this little towelette or handkerchief, which is in like a reddish, purplish, pinkish looking color. That's definitely pinkish red, not purple, you moron. But he also comes with mic holding hands. Fists, and the Gorilla Press throne sitting style hands. Now we move on to probably one of the figures I'm most looking forward to in this entire video. We have the Monday Night Wars Series 4 Build-A-Figure Commissioner Shawn Michaels Stone Cold Steve Austin with this shirt that I've always loved. Love this shirt. I own the shirt as a kid, own the shirt now. I just love this. Comes with a watch, black jorts Austin. Been waiting on this forever, so this is excellent. Still missing, we have Big Boss Man from the set, we have Stone Cold, still missing DDP and the Chase, and then the Kurt Hennig. That DDP figure, I need that, man. I need that figure. That's a figure I've been wanting for a long time, and one of my most anticipated figures of last year, which we all know that I was never able to track it down, which, you know, I was very behind on this line for a very long time, but let's shut the hell up and get him out. So here's Austin, and things I love about the figure: the head sculpt, the shirt, having him in black jorts, the watch, all that. The things I don't like about the figure. Mainly the arms and shoulders. I wish he was bigger here, but damn, I mean, this is something I've waited on for so long, man. This shirt and everything like that. Black jorts Austin here is really, really cool. No Velcro on the shirt, which is insane. But God, what a great looking figure. So happy to have this here. And I could always switch out the shoulders and arms, I guess, if I wanted to. But man, Stone Cold needs a desperately new formula. Got the Raw as War microphone, which is cool. And then he also, I could have swore he came with handcuffs, but I guess not. But he also comes with a pair of mic holding hands. And he also comes with a pair of fists there for the figure. But damn, I love this, man. Such a great figure. So excited to have this. I want more of this figure. This is a figure I've wanted for a very long time from Mattel. Got the watch in there. Just excellent. But then he also comes with the Commissioner Build-A-Figure Shawn Michaels legs, which are not the Muhammad Ali legs, so that's good. But like, they've been good, but they don't necessarily pose well. I need to remove them and pop them back on. Probably give you better articulation, but damn, man. There are no long pants existing figures, I don't think, that are good. I feel like they're all stiff as shish. But now we're moving on to Monday Night War Series 5 Lita, which is a figure I have had before, but I don't think I feel like I do have this figure, though. It's just my mind is a piece of shish. But we do have Lita here. We have Lita here. Comes with the Women's Championship. Should be fun, man. Growing up, Lita was my favorite women's wrestler. As a big Hardys fan and everything like that. And I actually met her when I was in the 3rd grade, I think it was, at some World of Wheels event. But I think all I had to get autographed was my shirt, and that shirt's long gone, bro. And she signed it with a damn Sharpie, and it faded like hell. Very big disappointment, but yeah, I hate to see it. So here we have Lita, and I feel like this figure would be much better if they just never add any makeup or details to these females' faces, and it kind of throws it off. Like, around this time, man, she had dark lipstick and, like, different eye makeup and stuff like that, and I think that would help the figure a lot. But one thing they do include is the shoe details, but this is kind of just a re-release of her older figures. It does have a new head sculpt. It has a good likeness, too. Double-jointed arms, double-jointed knees and stuff. So it is a good Lita. It's just so plain. There's no, you know, mesh shirt or cool Hardy's shirts or anything like that, but at least it does include some, you know, signature hands, and it does include the Women's Championship, which is nice to see. So that's good enough, and I guess it's good enough. But she also comes with the signature Hardy hands and stuff, so that's kind of cool. And she also includes the Build-A-Figure Dusty legs that have really good paint apps, man. Look at the dry brushing on these jeans, and then he has the boots down there. These are pretty damn sweet, man. He's looking kind of snazzy. I dig these, and they pose pretty well. I think these are their old Boss Man legs, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong there. But there's Dusty's legs. Now we're moving on to Legends Series 25 Psycho Sid here, which we haven't seen since, what, Elite 38, I think it was, or something like that, which is cool, but I'm glad to have a Psycho Sid. I'm actually shocked we don't have a, I don't know, a damn Ultimate Edition of him or anything, but I really want the blue gear in Elite form. Damn, dude, this Sid is absolutely psycho. Look at it, man. Great head sculpt, great formula. Guy's an absolute mammoth of an action figure, but he does have the entrance vest, all black gear, black knee pads, black boots. Not the most exciting figure of all time in terms of gear, but still one that I think was needed in the line. You get the WWF Championship, which is cool. Just a solid figure overall, man. He's standing menacingly. He was a giant back in the day, but he also comes with some interchangeable hands. You get the pointer hands, mic holding hands, and the Johnny Gargano entrance style hands. But I do like this Psycho Sid. As plain as it is, man, I was a big Sid guy. And then we have the clearance Kane here from the SummerSlam Elite Wave, which we already have had, but I'm always excited to get this gear because it's a perfect, first of all, I'm shocked they haven't made a really scared looking Kane head sculpt from this era or around 2004, 2005. I think they could do like a very scared head sculpt, and honestly, if they do that, it wouldn't shock me. If they did a bald Ultimate Kane from this era, and they gave us one like when Undertaker returned or whatever, I think that'd be really cool with the, you know, the stitched gear and whatnot. But I like this figure. Let's see what he's about, even though we already know. So he does come with a goofy head sculpt, but man, I really like the formula, the jacked arms, big torso. Love this stitch gear, man. It kind of defines Kane from the early, or not the early 2000s, but the mid 2000s. You know, 2004, 2005. I mean, he wore this gear for a very long time, to be honest with you, but I love the stitch gear. I always thought it was nice, but I would have liked to seen the pissed off head sculpt here, or, you know, a new head sculpt, but it's kind of just a re-release of the Elite 4. But we do have the John Cone Build-A-Figure head sculpt, which is cool. I could use that for a random crowd member, and then all he comes with is interchangeable mic holding hands, and then he comes with the choke slammers. Alright, man, we can finally build a figure right here with this Stevie Ray, because now we can build our Disciple figure. I think, oh man, hold up. He comes with the arms. I guess, don't I have the head sculpt somewhere? The head sculpt's got to be somewhere. I own the head sculpt. I just got to find it, man. Are we going to run into an issue where we can't build any damn figures because I'm missing one piece because I put the rest in storage? That would be so trash, but we do have Stevie Ray. Let's see what he's about. So for this guy specifically, it's kind of a redo of Booker T, right? You're just getting a different head sculpt, but the Stevie Ray head sculpt's very strong and very similar to Booker T, but again, feels really good in hand, you know? I think that they did a good job on these Harlem Heat figures. I think they're better than their original Elite 46. I don't have the blue pairing, got to get those Chase figures, but I still think that this is a very solid Stevie Ray, and I'm happy to have this in the collection. Been looking for this for a very long time, but as far as accessories, he does come with the arms of the Disciple, so you can plug those into that torso back there. He comes with the same accessories as Booker T, right? He comes with the headgear, you have the interchangeable mic holding hands, you get the signature sunglasses, then he comes with a pair of fists for the Disciple. Alright man, moving right along, we have a third and final chase of the Jimmy, which I know we've already seen it twice before, so honestly, do we even need to look at it? But let's unbox him. And I know I'm editing out a lot of dead parts, right? And there's flow and everything like that. But leave a like on the video, man, because this video is going to take me so long to create. Because it's going to be probably a couple hours of footage, a couple hours of editing, a couple hours of rendering, a couple hours of uploading. So leave a like on the video. I greatly appreciate it. If you stayed to this point in the video, you're a champion. Type down below, the champ is here, if you stayed to this point in the video. But we have a third Jimmy Chase. Comes with the same accessories, interchangeable hair, interchangeable hands, and the red bandana, which hopefully we can use down the line. But there we go with the third Chase Jimmy. And we're finally completing our Legends set of Series 25 with Bret Hart. Now again, I know I didn't show off Justin Hawk or the Chase Rick Rude, but this is the last one that I need to unbox because the other ones I've already unboxed for different reasons, for surgery and things and all that. So here is all pink Bret. Here's our saturated Bret Hart, man. This looks very good. I like this Bret Hart a hell of a lot, man. The pink knee pads and the pink colors. I love that they added the gray laces to the boots. I think that's such an underrated detail. What a nice figure, man. And it feels really good in hand, which is great. Hitman on the butt. Got a little paint chip, unfortunately. The white and pink looks so good, man. This may be one of my favorite Bret Hart gears ever. I really like this, man. Got the glasses. It also utilizes the Elite 94 head sculpt, which is the best Bret Hart head sculpt in my opinion. But he also comes with the championship, which I think is lovely. Would have been nice to see a leather jacket, but I guess they didn't want to overdo it here in the Legends line. But this specific Legends line, Series 25, a lot of the figures come with championships besides Hawk, so that's why he's shelf warming. One of the reasons why he's shelf warming. We know why he's shelf warming. But then, of course, fisted hands, entrance-style hands, and mic-holding hands. All right, man, we do have Skye Blue here, which is a pull from Series 11 of the Unmatched Wave, which I think is pretty cool. I like this. Do not like this wrap right here that's in full plastic rubber. It looks awful, but let's unbox it. So here we have Skye Blue. I'm really digging the figure outside of the rubber, you know, wraparound deal. Like, I think they did a really good job here with the colors and the tattoos and everything like that. I did have to remove her waist in order to get it out of this prison here. Dude, this is terrible. Like, I don't think this unclasps. I think this is just one hunk of rubber plastic here, and I don't like this at the slightest. This is the kind of stuff that I can't stand. I would have rather you just not include it. I just don't like this whatsoever. This is the kind of stuff, like, dude, this is just a waste to me, at least to my knowledge. You know, I think this is just terrible, but the waist wrap deal is not for me. Not for me, man. I think this is awful. I really just want to throw that the hell out in the yard. The rest of the figure, though, is nice. She also comes with her crown or her headgear, which I think is really sweet, and that looks pretty good. It doesn't necessarily go on the figure that well. It doesn't necessarily sit on there great, but it is there, so you have that. But I like the molds and everything. Figure moves well, everything like that. So I do like the look of the figure. Aesthetically is nice, and I really like the boots. The way they did the boots with the shin cut and stuff looks good. But yeah, that big rubber hunking thing is awful. Alright, man, not too many figures left. We have the Monday Night Wars Series 5 Ultimate Warrior here that does come with the head sculpt of the Dusty, and this is the failed Nitro crowdfunding project stage elite equivalent of the Ultimate Warrior we were supposed to get in that set. And this is a pretty interesting figure, you know. I don't know if I like the choice for this as the crowdfunding Ultimate Edition, especially for 10,000 backers, but in Elite figure form, it looks pretty nice. Maybe I looked at this figure all wrong, man. I'm really digging this. The entrance robe right here is very sweet. Got the cloth goods going around here. Got all of this nice deco, or, you know, the print on here looks incredible, man. I bet this dude had the most insane collection of robes and entrance jackets in his closet. Probably still has them, you know, at the family home or whatever. But dude, the airbrushing on these was nuts. I think this looks awesome. Great head sculpt on there. Does have the Super Jack torso. And these are the Shawn Michaels legs that are on that Elite from the SummerSlam wave, and he does have the white and red boots in here, which are pretty damn cool. This is a pretty damn cool figure, actually. So, everything considered about this, man, I like this a lot. It feels real, like it handles well, it looks cool. This is a sick piece. I actually like this figure a lot, man. I think this is the best figure in Series 5, if I had to say so. And I think, besides the 6 figure, we have pretty much completed our Dusty Rhodes in the NWO. But he also comes with a WCW microphone that clearly has the WWE logo printed on there, man. I hate that. Also has the NWO hat for your Dusty Rhodes. Comes with the older version of Dusty Rhodes here with the head. Dude, this looks insane, man. What a great looking head sculpt right there. I think that looks great. And, you know, you take the hat here, plop this onto the figure, and then bam, look at that, dude. That looks awesome. Fits really nice. And then you get the orange sunglasses here that you can plop on there. So, dude, that looks awesome. I'm glad, dude. Shout out to Figure World JP for the hookup on this, because this is hell yeah. Put the Dusty Rhodes head sculpt back there. And then you get your interchangeable hands. All right, man. Not one 6 figure, but we do have both 6 figures. Now, this is what you get here. And what a lame chase, to be honest with you, man. So I think this is the chase with no thug on it, or maybe this is the chase with the thug on it. Regardless of the fact, kind of bummy, to be honest with you. You know, 6 Pac, you got the thing on the, you know, all the different things. This is definitely better than this one in my opinion, but I don't know. Let's unbox them both. We'll get them out of there and see what they got, but then we can build our Dusty figure. Bro, oh my God in heaven. I just spent like 10 minutes yapping about these figures, and I realized I didn't even hit record. What an absolute clown. Oh, man. What an atrociousness. But I'll try my best to run it down. But we built the Dusty and everything, man. God, I got the last figure up there to talk about, and I totally whiffed on it, so I do apologize. But they both come with the exact same things, and both of them do come with the Dusty Rhodes Build-A-Figure arms, so I do have an extra pair of arms there. But we'll get into Dusty in just a moment, but these figures are pretty good. You know, I think they do a really good job on X-Pac. We actually have quite a bit of X-Pacs if you really think about it. There's like 7 or 8 elites out there of 6/X-Pac, and I really want them to do the Legends figure in the white and red, but do it in the white and green, you know, that 2-in-1 DX Army gear. I'd like to see them do that in the green, hopefully one day. But I do like this gear better than this gear. This one's kind of generic and flat, but they all, you know, they share the same kick pads, knee pads. The only thing different is the deco, really, and the head sculpt kind of looks like my dad from the late 90s, early 2000s, so if you want to make an MDT's dad, you could probably do something like that, but I like these figures. Not my, you know, the most exciting or the greatest of all time, but I don't hate them, you know, and he has quite a bit of figures, which is crazy, but he doesn't come with mic holding hands, but they do come with 2 sweet hands, which I think is awesome. So we get a pair of 2 sweet hands with each. They come with fists, they come with the Johnny Gargano entrance hands, and then, of course, they do come with arms, and both of them do come with the arms, so if you find one and don't have the other, you don't have to worry about missing out on your Dusty Rhodes Build-A-Figure. But this Dusty Rhodes figure, man, this is really clean, and we talked about this, you know, and I think this is so good. It moves well. It feels good in hand. I think that he just maneuvers great and everything. This is just like I said it before, I think that this may be my favorite Dusty Rhodes. I mean, I know we have the Ultimate Edition, but as far as like feel in hand and posability and overall, like, I don't know, just joy I feel out of posing the figure, I think this one's my favorite, which I know is odd, but I don't know, I just like this figure a lot. It's kind of hard to describe. It just feels really good. I don't know, I like posing it and everything. I don't know, it felt like he could beat the hell out of somebody, so I dig the Dusty Rhodes figure a lot. I think this is great. Not the most exciting Build-A-Figure for me personally, but it's still awesome in execution. But now we're wrapping it up with the main event, man. We are ending it with this figure here, and this is such an iconic moment because if you've been around the channel for any amount of time, you know the Luchasaurus from AEW Unrivaled Series 5 is one of the most disappointing wrestling figures that I've ever sat my sights on, man. I was so pumped for it. I think aesthetically it's beautiful, but then the execution of it in terms of feel in hand, posability, all those different things, it just plummets off a cliff. It's the highest of highs in one area and the lowest of lows in the other. So we're finishing it up with Killswitch here, man, and I don't have high hopes for this guy, but we're going to take a look at him anyway and see if it's a redemption from Series 5. All right, man, here is our Killswitch, and again, man, he looks dressed to kill. He looks like he would murder you, right? I mean, I love Luchasaurus. I think that he's fantastic. He was one of my favorite spots of AEW television, especially in the early days of AEW. I love him. I think he's great. I think he's very unique. I thought Luchasaurus was such a great gimmick, and he just looks the part, right? I think he's awesome, but his figure is just not great, man. Aesthetically, fantastic, and you can, I guess, remove this, and I don't even know how you get this shish off, to be honest with you. Okay, it pops off like that, and then you can just, okay, so there you go. You get the shoulder gear piece, which I think is really awesome. It is a cool entrance gear here. Love the spikes and everything. I think that's awesome, but to take your first attempt at Luchasaurus, to take that first figure, that Unrivaled Series 5, and to not adjust it whatsoever, man, is just crazy to me. I will say, you know, the thing that bums this figure out, right? The thing, I will say, he is tighter than that one, which is great, but he's going to have a lot of the same issues. No ab crunch. I mean, God in heaven, man. It, like, literally pops off immediately. The tattoo detail is crazy. The mask detail is crazy. He's essentially just a repaint of that figure, which is, you know, oh, God, man. So, getting into it, you know, his leg doesn't kick up all that great. He does have thigh swivel. The knee joint is pretty much impossible to bend because there are tassels on the knee pads and tassels on the lower leg, which prevent you from even bending the knee. On top of that, no shin cut whatsoever on this guy. He does have ankle pivot, which is great, but man, this figure is so, like, aesthetically beautiful. No posability or real, like, ability at all to move, and that just makes him a statue, essentially, and that is so frustrating because he's awesome, and I think he has an awesome moveset, and he kicks people in the head, and he can slam them, and I love the biceps, and the aesthetic of this figure, again, is just incredible, but again, man, just everything else, if you're not just looking at it, it's not good. You know what I mean? And I think that, damn, it's a stunning action figure. It really is. The details, the sculpt, the paint, the tattoos, just awesome. He looks like he could crush your family, but in terms of posability, which is something that's very important to me, he cannot do anything, and I think that sucks eggs. So that stinks, man. Really, really stinks, but I thought that was a good way to end it there, was with the Luchasaurus. But that is every figure, man. That was a great marathon. We had a lot of figures to cover. I don't even know how many it was, but it was a lot, man. We had a lot of figures here today. But look at all these figures, man. I mean, we have a ton of figures that we unboxed here today, and I'll show you the pile of trash here, but I had a ton of fun getting on here and just kind of, you know, reviewing a bunch of figures at once, talking about them, man. You guys know that I love wrestling figures. This is what the channel's all about, man. So I'm excited, man. We're going to have a ton of reveals at WrestleMania, and I'm going to be there to cover it all, and we're going to discuss it all. I'll be there in person to cover it live. If you guys are going to WrestleMania, I will be there, man, Wednesday through Monday. So if you guys are going out there, let me know down in the comment section below. But I think that's pretty much going to wrap up today's marathon unboxing, man. If you stayed to this point in the video, you're a real OG. I appreciate you so much, man, because this video took hours to make. So leave a like on the video if you will. But man, I feel good to get all these unboxed, man. It stresses me out when I have so many, you know, to unbox. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how long it ran, but hopefully you enjoyed the long-winded, just kind of chilling and listening and just kind of absorbing some wrestling action figure content here for you today. But I appreciate you guys so very much, man. A huge shout out to our Patreon members, of course, for all their support as well, man. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you guys so very much for everything. But I want to show you guys the big pile of trash. So here is the massive mountain of trash, man. Such a massive, this is going to be at least 2 garbage bags worth. I mean, there is so much plastic prison. There's so many boxes here, but we're going to get it taken care of there, man. But I appreciate you guys so very much. Leave me your thoughts down below on everything, man. I'm getting the hell out. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.